Hello, everyone. Before I begin, I would like to thank the organizers for the kind invitation to participate in this session. In this paper, we present the current practices of heritage protection in Greece, particularly as it applies to archaeology, especially within the framework of the main Greek law on the protection of cultural heritage. The Greek Archaeological Service is a state service under the auspices of the Greek Ministry of Culture and Sports, responsible for the oversight of all archaeological excavations, museums, and the country's archaeological heritage in general. It is the oldest such service in Europe, founded in 1833, immediately after the establishment of the modern Greek state. It has undergone multiple transformations during all these years of its existence, and its current structure is based on 2018 organization plan. The main legislation governing the protection of cultural heritage is Law number 3028 from 2002, called on the protection of antiquities and cultural heritage in general. The law develops a comprehensive and detailed system of protection regarding movable and immovable monuments and artifacts and the intangible heritage. The core principles and means of implementing this law are the state ownership of monuments predating 1453, or the classification of more recent monuments and artifacts considered to be important. The law gives the following main definitions of terms. Cultural objects are testimonies of the existence and the individual and collective creativity of human mind. Greek law distinguishes between cultural objects and monuments. Most of the strict regulations stipulated by the law apply only to monuments. Monuments are cultural objects which constitute material testimonies belonging to the cultural heritage of the country and which deserve special protection. The law divides them into ancient and recent monuments and immovable and movable monuments. Ancient monuments or antiquities are all cultural objects, including those from prehistoric, antique, Byzantine, and post-Byzantine times up to 1830. Archaeological monuments also include caves and paleontological remains, for which there is evidence that they are related to human existence. Archaeological sites, according to the law, are areas on land, at sea, in lakes or rivers that contain ancient monuments, or which have constituted monumental urban or burial groups from ancient times up to 1830. Recent monuments are cultural objects dating after 1830, which deserve protection due to their historical, artistic, or scientific significance. Archaeological research is defined as the exploration of the ground, subsoil, the seabed, or the bed of lakes or rivers for the purpose of locating or discovering ancient monuments, whether such research constitutes excavation on land or underwater, surface research, or scientific research carried out by geophysical or other methods. The archaeological research is classified in a systematic excavation and rescue excavations. Systematic excavations can be carried out by the Ministry of Culture, or rather the Archaeological Service. Greek research or educational institutions specialized in field or archaeological or paleontological research, and foreign archaeological missions or schools established in Greece with the permission from the Ministry of Culture. In order to get an excavation permit, the interested institution has to submit documentation demonstrating the presence of certain requirements listed on this slide. Rescue excavations can only be carried out by the Ministry of Culture's Archaeological Service. The rescue excavation, the conservation, and the publication of the finds has to be financed by the owner if the work is a public technical work or private work with a budget of more than 587,000 euros. Museums are governed by their internal regulations. The objects deposited in museums must be registered in the National Inventory of Monuments. The museum administration is responsible for this registration. The most important museums of the Archaeological Service are in the process of being extracted from the main body of the Archaeological Service and operate individually based on prototype offered by the Acropolis Museum. Greek archaeologists are generally against this regulation, since museums cannot operate independently from the rest of the service. The protection of cultural heritage became a state responsibility from very early on in the creation of the modern Greek state. Today, according to the Constitution, the protection of the natural and cultural environment constitutes a duty of the state and a right of every person. Protection covers identification, investigation, recording, documentation or study, preservation, conservation, and restoration, as well as prevention of illicit exporting and the facilitation of public access and public information regarding the cultural heritage. The law also encompasses enhancements and integration of the heritage in contemporary social life and education and aesthetic enjoyment and public awareness of cultural heritage. Preservation of cultural heritage is to a large extent related to land use and residential growth policies, and in general, the monitoring of building activities and construction of infrastructure works in monument-sensitive areas. The legislation provides that the protection of monuments, archaeological sites, and historical places shall be included among the goals at every level of land use, developmental, environmental, and urban planning. Furthermore, the law explicitly forbids any action affecting a movable or immovable monument which could result directly or indirectly in the destruction, harm, pollution, or alteration of its form. With specific regard to the protection of archaeological sites and monuments, a procedure is applied for their classification as protected sites and designation, resulting in the imposition of conditions regarding allowed uses and activities within their boundaries. It is also possible to delimit special protection zones within archaeological sites, namely zones A, totally protected non-construction zones, and zones B, with special constraints on buildings, land uses, and other activities. Ministry of Culture and Sports is the main state agency for the protection of cultural heritage. The services of the ministry responsible for the management and protection of monuments are divided into central services, which supervise and monitor the work of the regional services and ensure the coordination of activities and a common approach when dealing with cultural heritage issues. The central services directly relate to the protection of cultural heritage. Directly relating to the protection of cultural heritage are the General Directorate of Antiquities and Cultural Heritage, which is responsible for the overall protection and management of the heritage, and the General Directorate of Restoration, Museums, and Technical Works, which is responsible for the study and implementation of protection, stabilization, restoration, and enhancement works on architectural monuments and monumental complexes. At the local level, there are regional services, which include the Efforts of Antiquities, responsible for the protection of cultural heritage dating up to 1830, and the services of the Modern Monuments and Technical Works, responsible for the modern architectural heritage. A key role in policy making for cultural heritage protection and the approval of major interventions in monuments, sites, and state museums is played by the three collective bodies of the Ministry of Culture and Sports, namely the Central Archaeological Council, Central Council of Recent Monuments, and Council of Museums. Less significant matters are dealt with by the local councils of monuments in each region. The Central Archaeological Council is the highest advisory body on all matters pertaining to the protection of ancient monuments, archaeological sites, and sites of exceptional historical or legendary importance up to 1830. The CAS, as it is known, meets once or in some cases twice a week. The Central Archaeological Council has the important job of recommending to the minister as well as giving advice on a number of topics listed on this slide. In support of the protection of the cultural heritage by the state, it has been declared that the cultural heritage encapsulates, materializes, and preserves the experience and historical memory of the national community. The cultural heritage is an essential part of humans striving towards improvement and perfection, and the cultural heritage contributes to the improvement of the conditions of a person's autonomy. The use of archaeological sites is a topic which often receives attention in mainstream media and social networks in Greece, as well as being a subject of heated political debates. This has been especially true in the past few years, given the country's arduous financial situation, which has increased pressure towards exploiting its rich cultural heritage as an economic resource. This policy, however, continues until now, and some examples are indicative of this situation. The debate is strong between society, political authorities, and archaeologists. It seems that current policies cannot easily achieve a balance between use and preservation, enabling the integration of archaeological monuments and sites in contemporary life. As is often the case in Greece, any earthworks usually bring up archaeological sites. Thessaloniki, Greece's second metropolis, recently witnessed the discovery of major ancient site while building its metro. Construction of the metro began in June 2006 and was originally scheduled to end in October 2012, a symbolic date coinciding with the centennial of the city's liberation from Ottoman rule in October 26, 1912. A major archaeological site was found in 2013 at the location of the future Venizelos metro station. At a depth of 5.4 meters, the Roman Avenue Decumanus Maximus, later also known as the Byzantine Middle Road, was unearthed, along with shops and houses along the ancient Via Ignatia. A treasure trove of 750 jewels and more than 2,700 burial artifacts were also discovered in the metro stations currently under construction, all testifying to the heritage of Hellenistic and Roman times. International archaeological circles have since characterized the discovery as Byzantine Pompeii. Following the discovery of the antiquities in 2013, a big debate has emerged related to the removal of the finds from the site in order to continue the metro construction work. This plan was initially stopped following strong opposition from archaeologists and residents. The debate has made headlines in the press and public media internationally. Byzantine experts from all over the world, Thessaloniki citizen, archaeologists of the Archaeological Service, Europa Nostra, the Council of Europe, and UNESCO all addressed letters to the Greek authorities and the Prime Minister himself in support of the antiquities remaining at the site. Of critical importance is to understand the circumstances under which antiquities have received the status of national symbols in Greece. Many archaeological sites and monuments are perceived as ancestral and sacred symbols linked to the Greek national identity, notably, though not exclusively, those considered as remnants of Greek classical antiquity. Such sites include the Acropolis of Athens or the ancient theater of Epidaurus. As a consequence, the types of uses of such monuments for which permissions can be granted by state authorities are generally limited. At the same time, for monuments of lesser national significance, often monuments considered as remnants of historical traditions which do not make part of the Greek national narrative, for instance, Ottoman, Venetian, or Roman, an example of the last being the Herodion of Athens, the requirements are less strict and uses of these sites are more easily authorized for a larger variety of purposes. However, this general rule seems also to have changed. The example of Acropolis is characteristic of this. Installation of new pathway and lift has been criticized by archaeologists. Specialists say that repaving pathways for visitors on the millennia-old monument with concrete is a barbaric intervention. It has been stated that the pathway imposes itself aesthetically with its modern appearance and its sheer size, and that the scene of a concrete city that we see from on top of the Acropolis has now climbed up onto the Acropolis itself. For others, this improves the site, which becomes more accessible to visitors. A recent decision by the Central Archaeological Council to allow French luxury brand Christian Dior to use the Acropolis as a backdrop for the revival of its historic 1951 photo shoot at the ancient citadel has sparked a fresh debate over the criteria involved in granting permission for such projects. These examples show how antiquities are considered as part of the modern Greek national identity and the strong debate that exists for the use of monuments as cultural, ideological, and political symbols. The protection of cultural heritage in Europe and worldwide faces many challenges and need to become a priority in future governance policies. Future debates must be encouraged and intensified and must include all stakeholders. Thank you for your time.